welcome back to me, to you, to this channel, because we've all been gone for a very long time. I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys had a good Easter. And yeah, I have some good fire content coming in the next couple of weeks. I think I do. So if you are interested, please smash the bell button to get notified when I do post. Anyway, I'm not going to waste time. You saw from the title of this video that our chat today is centered around intellectual property, which is my first calling in this profession. It was my first calling in this profession until I veered away and more away, and now I'm very far away from intellectual property, but I do still have some very good knowledge in this particular aspect. Right now, this topic was sparked by a couple of videos that I saw on social media of people buying dupes, like fake luxury items. You guys call it dupes. In law, we call it counterfeit goods, right? And counterfeit goods are the distribution or the sale or the trading in counterfeit goods is illegal, right? You don't commit a crime by buying counterfeit goods, but the person who sells counterfeit goods does commit a crime according to the Counterfeit Goods Act. So I'm going to be talking about two particular things which I think we see a lot, particularly in this new age of social media, and people who are into luxury things that you need to keep in mind, things that I'd like to just highlight so that you're aware of, because they are plaguing a lot of our social media pages. And those two things are the purchase of counterfeit goods, right, or what you call dupes, as well as the purchase of parallel imports or gray goods, right? What is the difference between the two? Because there is a major difference, For starters, parallel goods are actually genuine goods, but dupes, I don't care who says that it's good quality, none. If it's not original, then it's counterfeit, and that's that. People can make counterfeit goods that are good quality, but oxalayo, it's fake. And we're going to talk about what the law says about counterfeit goods and parallel imports. This is a very long intro, I'm so sorry, but let's get into it, right? So what are counterfeit goods? Goods that bear a third party's trademark, that are manufactured and sold without that brand owner's authorization. So, for example, Louis Vuitton is registered in various countries all over the world by a single proprietor, so it's owned by one particular individual or juristic person. They hold the trademark right to produce products that bear the name Louis Vuitton. Then another person decides, I'm going to create counterfeit goods, or dupes as you call it, use Louis Vuitton's trademark without their authorization, because Louis Vuitton's not going to give you authorization. They're not going to authorize you to use their trademark right, because that actually affects the sales of their business. If there are more people buying dupes, there are going to be less people buying the real stuff. Now, we understand that the real stuff can only be afforded by a certain class of people who have a certain financial ability, but that's the point, right? So I feel like that's the point. But so if that's the case, Louis Vuitton is not going to authorize third parties to manufacture lower quality, even if it's good quality, products bearing their trademark without their authorization. And if they do get word that there's a certain third party manufacturing goods bearing their trademark, they are likely to institute legal action against that person, because they've got the right, they've got the trademark right to protect their intellectual property. So, simply put, dupes or counterfeit goods are not allowed. The possession of counterfeit goods is not illegal so long as it's not for trading purposes. So if you buy counterfeit goods, you don't commit a crime. But the person who sells counterfeit goods or trades in counterfeit goods commits a crime. And then there are various legal remedies that the trademark owner or the brand owner has against a person who deals in products bearing their trademark. So one of the remedies that you find when dealing with counterfeit goods that the brand owner has is search and seizure by South African police services. Unfortunately, when it comes to counterfeit goods, there are just so many people who deal in dupes, like they sell fake goods. Personally, I never practiced in a counterfeit department when I was practicing trademark law or intellectual property law. So I'm not quite sure how it works when it comes to all these stores or all these shops that we know of that are actually trading in counterfeit goods, because there are many, right? China Mall, Oriental Plaza, people are always buying fake Gucci's, fake Louis Vuittons, and these places are well known. But how search and seizure works is that you would have a suspicion that somebody is trading in counterfeit goods. So you'll like go and buy a product just to make sure that vele this person is going to sell me a fake good. Once you've confirmed that this person is trading in counterfeit goods, you can go to the police station and report it. Then the police will apply to court for a warrant allowing them to search and seize counterfeit goods at a particular premises. And then they'll conduct a search, and if it does turn out that vele counterfeit goods are being sold, then they'll seize them. But I actually think that there's a lot of corruption in that. Yeah, like, because corruption, man. Corruption. Corruption. I feel like police are not doing their jobs, and I feel like it's because they're being paid to keep quiet or whatever, because there are many stores that deal in counterfeit goods. So that's one of the remedies that is available to a trademark owner or brand owner. Yeah, importantly is that for a brand owner to institute counterfeit proceedings or to have any of these counterfeit remedies available to them, they have to have the trademark registered. Another remedy that is available to a brand owner or a trademark right holder is registering their mark or on the customs watch database. Any goods or products that come through customs that are suspected of being counterfeit goods that bear that brand name or that trademark can be searched, and if it turns out that they are in fact counterfeit goods, they can be seized. So, moral of the story is that dealing in counterfeit goods is illegal. Those goods can be confiscated and destroyed, and you also could be liable to pay damages to the brand owner because they may have suffered damages. Their reputation might also be affected because of the dealing in lower quality goods. It's just a risky business, but people do it. It's a very booming business, and of course it affects the economy, because if you're buying fake goods instead of genuine goods, then you're actually not putting money back into the economy. So let's distinguish counterfeit goods from parallel, imports or grey goods, right? The difference is that parallel goods or grey goods are actually genuine goods. They just have been imported into the country without the authorization of the registered trademark holder or the licensed distributor. Simple language. What does that mean? Right. Dior, for example, they make perfumes amongst other things, right? Then headquarters of Dior, apparently, according to Google, is in France, right? So let's say Dior products are manufactured in France. They might have other plants that manufacture Dior products. I don't know, right? Then they sell Dior all over the world, right? So somebody would have a licensed right to distribute or manufacture Dior products from Dior themselves in France, right? Now I could be like, I know Dior sells perfume in France and it's much cheaper if I buy it from France and import it into South Africa than if I buy Dior in South Africa myself. Let me take it further. I actually want to sell Dior products because it's cheaper for me to purchase them and I can sell them at the original purchase price, right? So I want to deal in parallel goods. It's genuine goods. I would just be importing them into the country without the authorization of Dior or the person they gave the license to distribute their product, right? Now, is that legal? Yes, it's legal. However, the Consumer Protection Act does put certain measures in place to protect the consumer, which is you who would buy parallel goods. First of all, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. If you shop on Superbalist, especially, I've seen this a lot with their fragrances, some of them, not all of them, they mark them, if they are parallel imports, they mark them as parallel imports. That is something that is required by law, right? The other thing that's required by law when you deal in parallel imports or grey goods is that you must put a notice under those products or under those goods or against those goods. I don't know if you're going to a physical store, if you're buying it online, but there must be a notice that you see under the product that you're purchasing that it's been imported in the country without the authorization of the registered trademark holder or the authorized distributor. That's number 2. Number 3, the warranty that is given in terms of that product is not a warranty that's given by the registered trademark holder or the authorized distributor, right? Obviously, because you didn't get a license to distribute that product in South Africa from them. So they can't be the ones that warrant that the good is genuine, those goods are genuine or whatever. So you as the person who distributes parallel goods or grey goods must be the one who gives the warranty. So anybody who wants to claim anything about the goods not being in good condition, whatever, they can't sue Dior for that. They can't go to Dior and say, no, your goods are not good. They have to go to the person who distributes the parallel imports. Hence, if you check on Superbalist, this is what the notice on Superbalist says. This item has been imported without the approval or license of the registered owner of its trademark. No guarantee or warranty in respect of this item will be honored or fulfilled by any official or licensed importer of this item. So any warranty claims will be covered by Superbalist in accordance with our returns policy. So there you have it. Parallel or grey goods are genuine goods that are imported into the country without the authorization of the registered trademark owner, holder, or the brand or the authorized distributor. It is legal so long as the consumer is protected. Counterfeit goods, on the other hand, are dupes. They are fake goods. You produce a lower quality good that bears somebody else's registered trademark on it, you distribute it, you're committing a crime, and those goods can be confiscated and seized by SARS or whatever. And you could be liable to pay damages for that unauthorized or that illegal act, right? You could be liable to pay damages, but over and above that, you will also pay a fine, depending on if you're a first-time offender, if you're doing this thing for the second time. None. What's the conclusion of my video? Well, I think for the sake of registered trademark owners, brand owners, I think to help curb the increase in the sale of counterfeit goods, really we shouldn't be buying them, right? But who am I to tell you what to do? I really just told you what to do. No, you shouldn't be buying counterfeit goods. Whether you want to call them counterfeit dupes, whatever, it's great quality, whatever. I'm not akili solely. If you do, ne, okay, fine, but you shouldn't be doing it because you are aiding people who are committing a crime to commit that crime. You are giving them the opportunity to continue doing it. And yes, like I said, it does affect the economy. And also, this thing of counterfeit goods does get bad, right? You know, people are now producing counterfeit medicines. You know, when I was still doing intellectual property, we would come across cases where snafy, like that thing that people, the whole time, people were even manufacturing and distributing fake snaf medicine, pharmaceutical medicines, like grandpa. You make fake grandpa. Who knows what they put in there? But the thing is, if you're going to allow counterfeit goods to be rife in a particular industry, let's say the fashion industry, don't be surprised tomorrow when in the pharmaceutical industry as well, people are producing counterfeit goods. They're going to counterfeit everything. Literally, clothing is being counterfeited. Even alcohol apparently is being counterfeited. So you don't even know what's going into the stuff now that's going into your body, but you say it's fine to carry a Louis Vuitton bag that is counterfeit, but then you have a problem when you buy counterfeit products that go in your mouth. My point is that if we want to eradicate it in its entirety, then we got to eradicate it in all industries, and we can't be selective about when it's okay, when it's not. Anyway, like I said, dealing and trading in counterfeit goods is illegal. You, the person who purchases it, you do nothing wrong, but indirectly so, you are aiding these people to continue doing what they're doing. So personality, I would say, don't do it. Parallel imports, go ahead. The person who's distributing or dealing in parallel imports, they warrant that those goods are genuine, basically, and that the only thing is that they didn't get approval to distribute it from the registered trademark owner, but it's the real deal, like it's the real product, right? It's okay. So yeah, that's my 2 cents worth today. So all the girlies who like luxury goods, just you know, see, I say like rara kereke my kokosia 5,000, then Louis Vuitton fake 5,000. I can't. Personality, me, I don't know. But you do you, boo boo. But on the legal side, I'm saying don't do it. On the personal side, like, you know, when we walk in the streets and I'm like, oh, you bought a dupe, I'm not gonna judge you, but like, you understand? I'll judge you from a legal perspective, saying, but you're helping these guys commit crimes. Like, don't do it. I hope you guys learned something. I struggled to look at the camera, but I tried. If there are other legal topics that you'd like me to cover, that you'd like me to shed more light on, me being the multi-talented, I'll try and help. I'm joking. You can't know everything and know, but I'll do the research and try and give the information. So yeah, by the way, I really tried to like bring everything down to like ordinary layman's understanding. I must talk about boutique stores that don't offer refunds and how that is not legally permissible. In my next video or one of my future videos, I will touch on that. Thanks for watching, guys.